guys, Rick Shaw here on the 27th of January 2023, and there's our pretty little mama. Hi baby, you're being such a good girl. And there's the babies. Look at this one, look at it, look how fat they are. Look how fat they are. Mama feeding them good, they're all getting fat. Their eyes are open and they're looking good. And we became a foster family. Actually, what happened was Wes is going to be heading out of town for a little bit, and he gave me the use of his beautiful machine. That was really cool. We actually went down to a lawyer's office and got the insurance so that I'm a designated driver for it, so the insurance covers it, and we've got an okay that I can ride it. And there is the beautiful CFMoto machine. I think I rode it today. First time I rode it, there was a problem with it. And then we came home and the tires were way down low, even though they felt hard. So we pumped them up and it was good. It seemed like that was doing it today on the drive back from Wes's house today in the rain. I was being real cautious. New bike for me out on the road, so I'm going to be extra careful on it. It's got great power. You can just feel it when you hit the gas. It's quiet. I love it. It's so dang quiet when you're riding it. I definitely don't like a loud bike, and this one, you barely hear it. It does remind me of my XR 650. It's top heavy. You can really feel it. I don't know if it's because of the extra stuff here, but when you're riding it, and with this here, I got my helmet in there already. We got all the paperwork in it. And that's what we're going to be doing. I'll clean it up. I think I'm going to clean it up tomorrow. Got to oil the chain. I'm going to oil the chain for him. We got a little bit of rust there, and that's the loudest noise I heard on it was the chain noise. So when tomorrow if it's not raining, we had beautiful days of sunshine, and now we've got drizzle again, windy, and cold. I remember when I first came to the Philippines, it was over 10 years ago, and I came in the cooler season. It was December, and it was cool temps. I remember seeing a thing on the TV that it was 68 degrees Fahrenheit. They had one channel that would always do English and do it in Fahrenheit. And I was in tank top, shorts, flip-flops, and I'm watching all these people walking around in like snow ski clothes. They're these big bundled up in jackets and everything like that. And I just thought it was funny. Well, now I know, because I'm telling you what, it was chilly. I got up this morning about 3. I took my little shaky there out for a hike. We went all around here. I actually had on this thermo shirt and another blue fleece shirt I got. And by the time I got up the street, I turned around and got a jacket on top of that. It was so windy and cold. It was just filling the shirt, and I just said, this is no good. I even put on some long pants, and we made our walk. So I got to take her. She's getting back to her old self. She wants to run and play, and she's got these beautiful puppies. Guys, these things are, before I give them up, I'm going to make sure they got a basic training on them. But they're eating really good. I've been giving Shaky a lot of extra. Like we had some salmon. I fried up some salmon. I gave her some of that. We had hamburgers. I gave her a hamburger. Anything we're eating with some meat. I did a big pork roast one day, and saved her the bones and some chunks of meat. Plus, I'm putting vitamins on her food, and making sure she's going to be. She's producing plenty of milk, that's for sure. So I'm happy about that. Little update on Doc. I did get another text back. Usually when we text back and forth, same thing like what I use when I talk to you guys on Messenger or whatever. I just push the little microphone and talk, and it texts it for me. Once in a while you got to fix it, but if you speak clearly, I don't have any problems. Well, he's having a little bit of a hard time formulating speech, so that's not working. So he's only left hand. His right side's weak. I don't think he's walking yet, but he's all it's even the texts are coming out funny. So he's having a little bit of a problem yet. Keep him in your prayers, guys. Hopefully he'll be on the mend and everything's going to be fine, but time will tell. This one I still never got It's still sitting there with a flat tire. We went for a walk last night. My throat's sore from this cold weather. Bones feel stiff and everything, just like it was the middle of winter in the U.S. But we were walking down the back road. I picked up 3 nails again on our walk. That's just what we saw. Maddie's got an eagle eye. He spots them. We picked up a couple more up here. They're just losing them all over. So, you know, I just hate the idea of driving. I hope I don't pop a hole in Wes's, because a bike like this, if you're going to get on the highway.
Why did he lose his motorcycle?
Because I'm going to get to use it. We'll take it for a ride. I'm going to take you for a ride on it. Got to make sure you got your hats. Okay? You like it?
So big.
Yeah, that's, by the way, guys, that's a CF650 Moto.
Papa,
CFMoto.
you know why he has a big bike? Because he's fat.
Well, he's a big guy.
Yeah,
He's a real big guy. That's the brake reservoir. That holds your brake fluid, and we need to get that topped off, because that's supposed to be up full. We'll look in there and see where it's supposed to be, but it looks a little low.
This?
It seems like we can adjust that. And it's got a lot of adjustments.
Will this go down if you use it?
A little bit, not much. But one thing I did notice on it, the suspension is real soft, which is kind of nice for the bumps around here. But it is fully adjustable. There's your adjustments. I was feeling down here on the bottom, and I don't feel anything down here for it. But I don't know if it can be here. Could be. Those are just pinch bolts. So it's just got your 2 adjustments here, it looks like.
If
He left the owner's manual.
Car here, how did he go home?
I rode it. He picked me up and I rode it home. So it is, the biggest thing this bike reminded me of was my XR650, my big red pig. And the thing on that bike, it was top heavy. You didn't notice it in the dirt when you was racing through the dirt. I had the suspension fixed up real nice with the springs for me. And you didn't notice that it was too top heavy, because you're throwing it in the corners and sliding. You noticed it on the street, and it's the same thing with this one. It feels top heavy. So when you're doing slow speed maneuvers, it'll want to turn more than you want it to. So you have to be real careful, real gingerly on the steering and the slow speed. You cannot get this thing through the traffic. Okay, if you look at that bike before I had it on the tricycle, I was zipping through traffic at a decent speed, riding through the lanes and cutting in and out. You're not doing that on this. Look how wide this thing is. You know, this thing's wide. Let's take my feet. 1, 2, 3, and about 3 3/4 of my feet. So it's pretty wide. It's a pretty wide bike. So it's not a lane splitter for sure. The brakes are a little bit grabby, but that might be because it's been sitting for a while. I'll look into that.
Where's the key for this?
I got it in my pocket. I got to do the only thing I heard on it, like right there, I could hear the chain when we were coming home. So that needs a little bit of oil. I'm going to oil that up for him tomorrow. The tires they must be a little low. When I first rode it, I brought it right back. I went around the block and I came right back and said, man, there's something wrong with this thing. And we checked the tires, and like I say, they were way down, so we pumped them up and it was good then. So it might be the same thing. We'll check the tires and get it cleaned up a little bit, and hopefully we can get with Mark on his beautiful Harley Milwaukee 8. We can do some riding. This thing, it seems to have really good power to it. I didn't race it. I was taking it kind of easy coming home, plus the traffic, but you can just feel it's got plenty of guts. I had an SV650. The one-lungers are a whole different beast, but my SV650 felt quick. This thing feels quicker. You know, it just feels that way, and I didn't run hard at all. So, but we'll get her straightened out, and I'm glad he's letting me use it. You know, he got me we went down to a lawyer. He got me. No, he got me a paper that's giving me permission to use it, plus a paper for his insurance company, so that I'm a designated driver of it, so that I can drive it too. So that was pretty cool. We did all that today. And then he took me over towards San Jose, and we stopped at a real nice, I think it was a Save More store. Yeah. And we picked it up. We got Moon with some oranges. You like them, don't you, bud?
Hello.
Hello. That a boy. And nice lockable cases. I think, I'll be honest with you, I think it's a heavy bike. I've been on a lot of bikes, and just standing this thing up off the kickstand, I mean, look at me, I'm tugging. I'm tugging just to lean this thing off the kickstand. And I can't imagine if it fell over picking it up. You know, you'd have to get in behind it and pick up. It just seems all the weight's up high. It does sit off the ground pretty high if you look here. You know, it's sitting up there pretty good. But these are the police bikes here. You know, that's what they use, and for jumping curbs and doing all that stuff, you're not going to tear it up. And the way, like I say, the way the suspension's set up now, it's stiff enough for when you're cruising, but it's soft enough to eat the bumps. And you know, going over the speed bumps here, just drive over them. It just takes them real good.